Hello, welcome to Fan Favorite Foods. Today we're making gingerbread from Hansel and...
We're making hardtack.
Hardtack?
Yeah.
Really? We're making hardtack?
Yeah.
Dude! Master and Commander, right?
Yes.
All right, hardtack from Master and Commander.
We're making hardtack now because we're going to use it in recipes that we do make later. So we got to have that ready now because it's shelf stable, as you know, I'm sure. So we can just stick it in the cupboard and then wait till we need it.
Crunchy.
Iron rations for you D&D folks. Yeah. That's hardtack. This is the human version of, what do the elves call it? Limbus?
Lambus bread.
Lambus bread? Yeah, well, that's probably way tastier.
Yes.
I bet you it doesn't even have lambs in it.
Bread. All right,
You
let's
dare
get to
besmirch
it.
my elves?
Aren't elves vegan?
Depends on the canon you're looking at.
Okay, it just seems like they maybe ought to be. All right, let's get to it. Let's make some hardtack. So for a small batch of traditional hardtack or Ships Biscuit, I'm going to use whole wheat flour and I'm going to grind the wheat to get the flour. I need about 2 cups of flour. I've got 2 cups of wheat here. I think that'll end up with being more than 2 cups of flour. It's not really going to matter too much. Here we go. Watch out for the noise. That's jet engine level loud. Oh. Oh, goodness. And the cleanup's always fun. You don't need it. Oh, there we go. There's the flour. All right, you don't need to watch the cleanup. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, 4 cups of whole wheat flour. That was like 1.25 cups of whole wheat kernels that ground down to make 4 cups of flour. 4 teaspoons of salt. And this is 2 cups of water, but I'm not going to add it all at once. I'm going to get the salt sifted in there. Well, sifted, stirred, mixed. I don't want to have one salty biscuit and the rest of them be boring. I mean, okay, these are all going to be boring, but yeah. I also want to make sure I mix it as dry as possible, because all the water I put in I'm going to have to bake out. And I guess I could have gotten out the mixer, but that doesn't seem terribly necessary. I don't need to mix it a lot. I'm not trying to develop gluten. I'm just trying to make it one lump of dough that I can roll out and it'll hold its shape. There is no leavening, no yeast, no baking soda, no baking powder. Okay, the dough is rested. It's gotten a little less sticky, which is what I would expect after resting. I'm going to use regular white flour to flour the countertop because because I used all the wheat flour in the dough. Letting it rest has allowed the gluten to develop. You didn't see this off camera, but I kneaded a bit more, or I did this off camera, you didn't see it. I kneaded it a bit more after it rested, and I may need to let it rest again so that I can actually roll it out. So let's give it another 10 minutes or so. I'll be back. Okay. The dough has rested some more. Got a little bit dry on top, put the top down. Dry is really not a problem. That's where we're heading in the long run with this anyway. But let's try to roll it out as square as possible. We don't really want to get it super thin, but the thinner it is, the easier it will be to cook dry. So that's about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch thick. And then it wants to shrink back up on itself a bit. I am sure that in a production environment, a commercial bakery where they're making this stuff, they'd have tools. You just press down, it makes all 9 holes all at once, perfectly aligned, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I'll ever make enough hardtack to justify getting any of that or making any of that sort of equipment. Okay, now the instructions were turn it over, press the holes from the other side, put it on a baking sheet, bake at 375 for half an hour, turn them over, bake for another 375, take them out and let them dry, cool and continue to dry. But I'll finish poking the holes, I'll get them in the oven and bring you back when they come out of the oven. So there's the first batch. It came out too dark. So then I made a batch with regular all-purpose white flour, and they came out too puffy. And then I made another batch with whole wheat flour. And I think those are actually probably what they ought to be.
This is suboptimal.
So, yeah, hardtack. I made 3 batches of hardtack, as you've already seen, because the first whole wheat batch turned out pretty dark, and I don't think it's supposed to be that dark. And the second batch I made with all-purpose white flour, and it got all puffy, and this is the better one of the better pieces. And the third batch I made with, again, whole wheat flour.
But not quite so dark.
But I cooked it at a lower temperature and for a little bit longer.
Can confirm it is very hard.
There are whole foundations in London made out of this stuff.
What?
No.
Oh.
It's hardtack. It's whey bread. It's traveling food. It's ship's biscuit.
3 ingredients.
Sailor's bread or pilot crackers. And you can actually get modern pilot crackers that actually taste pretty good. They're kind of fun. But this is the original traveler food, and it will last.
Oh.
I've read some things say it'll last 50 years on the shelf. Others said 5 years on the shelf. I
don't have the time commitment available to test that scientifically.
I don't think I'd want to do that with the whole wheat. There's enough oil in the bran and in the wheat germ that I think would go rancid unless you were very careful in how you packed and stored it.
So, like, are we talking, if hypothetically, if we were to do this science experiment, which we're not, because I'm not spending 50 years on this, would you like vacuum seal it, aluminum foil? What you thinking here storage wise?
Vacuum sealing it would be a great way to go. You can also get the oxygen absorbers, little packets.
Silica gel. The ones
No,
that say do
not silica
use.
gel. That's for
No?
moisture.
Ah.
These are most of them are
favorite
actually
snack.
iron filings of some sort that
Okay.
pull the oxygen out of the air. You see them if you go buy the tortillas that are ready-made, but you still have to cook. Those will have the oxygen absorbers in there. Sometimes your dried fruit will have those in there. You can get them if you go to one of the food prepper places.
Can I just put iron filings in my food?
I mean, I wouldn't.
If you want to, but don't invite me over for dinner.
Fine, unless you want to buy it.
I don't think the actual iron. There's something more in there to make it. It's hot hands. In a real pinch, you could probably make your own using a hot hands package, because that's using the same sort of idea of pulling the oxygen to. Well, never mind. Don't try it at
I'm
all.
thinking
Get the
we
right
could
thing.
use these for like roof shingles potentially,
Potentially siding on the house.
children's building blocks.
Yes.
Not my children, but you know.
Anyway, that's hardtack.
Oh,
Are your teeth okay?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll bet you don't know. That's hardtack, guys. Thanks for joining. Come back next time and, well, we'll do something different, more interesting.
Yes,
But I
fine.
enjoyed this, so thanks for coming.
keep an eye out for the future videos when we will be using the hardtack we made today.
This is a make again. It's salty and crunchy and yummy.
Make again, really.
I like it.
Okay, make it again. Thanks for coming.